going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works. Because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that everything is planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, those books are mandatory because they show you how the world really works. Also, those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon, much love. And then also those who are shopping at both stores, much love. Keep it coming. Now, of course, guys, we're going to get into Bitcoin and cryptos first. The stock market is going to be closed for 3 days. That means that we should be getting that volume over inside of cryptos. Make sure you are paying attention to the actual indicators. We have volume, we have Tether, and we have USDC. As we can see, Ethereum is making that move. We see Bitcoin dominance moving down. Also, like I stated to you guys, way early, when Binance was cheap, that Binance is a signal that the bear market is going to start. That has not changed. Yes, right now we do have plenty of liquidity. We know the Fed has $50 billion per day. That's $1.5 trillion per month to actually manipulate these yields. But we also know Biden wants to do the infrastructure package for the fourth industrial revolution. We know where they get that money from. Taxes, and he's talking about taxing the wealthy, and we know what the wealthy do. They pass it on to what? The masses. They either pass it on to the masses or they lay them off. We know how it works, but we know the fourth industrial revolution is not for us. Remember, I told you before he even spoke that he's going to sell us on jobs, but we know those jobs are going to be taken by who? That's right, robots, algorithms, drones. We know this. And we know they're going to run in with the solution, which is cryptos. Create the problem, wait for the reaction, run in with the solution, and that's that free programmable money that you do not want. Now, guys, we know they need Bitcoin on the 5th. And just like I said, this weekend, guys, we're the only game in town. But please make sure you're paying attention to the indicators. But we definitely should be moving up. Plus, we know that Ethereum has moved up. Binance has moved up. Like I stated, Binance always signals a bear market is around the corner. Also, we know Bitcoin is going to take that dominance back with open interest. We know it happens. It happens every single time. We know Grayscale did the lockup. That's putting more pressure on it. Plus, we have Coinbase announcing the Coinbase IPO is going to be on the 14th. And we know that's right around back time. And we know when they pick these dates are for a reason. All the time. Never forget that, guys. Remember, numerology is God's language. And we see them use Bitcoin as a way for you to get rid of your gold. Never ever get rid of your gold, guys. Until we see the central banks get rid of theirs, those London vaults to get rid of theirs, we're definitely going to keep ours. Always follow the money, guys, what I teach you. Now we have Mark Cuban says that he has a lot of Ethereum as 30% of his actual portfolio. So guys, we know how big Ethereum is going to be. Do not forget about a Maribor. Talking about hundreds of trillions of dollars of derivative swaps, guys. Now we have Canadians Bitcoin ETF may be cutting into Grayscale's market share. That may be true, but we know the New World Order is behind Grayscale. We know Grayscale is manipulating this market and then also is leading in tokenization of stocks. And also, guys, we have anytime that we have a crypto listing on Coinbase, they rally. So make sure you're paying attention to the actual list. I know I've posted it several times on my Patreon. Set up your alerts, but definitely when an actual crypto goes on Coinbase, it definitely rallies, and that is not going to change for right now. We know Coinbase is building the fourth industrial revolution. If you think about Coinbase, you think about Binance, they're paying people to get educated on a space that's not even being used. It's just amazing. We're getting interest on our money, and in the real market, you can't get any interest. It's amazing. But because the masses do not understand finances, that's the reason why the New World Order can move along with their plan. Now we have Jay Clayton says Bitcoin regulation is actually coming, and I don't see any regulation coming until we get that Bitcoin ETF. Because basically, once they start that ETF, there's no way that you can start putting pension money in that ETF until you get some regulation. And then we know once we get regulation, only 1% of these cryptos are going to survive. And we know the banks picked that 1%. Go back, look at tech and how it started, the tech boom. They gave anybody and everybody money the same way they're doing now. And then they consolidated. Well, we only have a few big tech companies that control everything. That comes also, you can go to your food, do the same thing. You can go to your media, do the same thing. The New World or the handful own everything. Now we have former Apple Music exec joins crypto firm Ledger as the head of NFT division. Now NFTs haven't been around that long. But now they've created a division because why? Millions of dollars are being moved into this NFT art. Now we have MicroStrategies. Michael Saylor says Bitcoin will hit 95,000 by the end of 2022. And we know for a fact we're going to have regulation. ISO will be done by then. So by the end of 2022, cryptos are going to look totally different. Now, let's put this in perspective. Those who understand finances, we know that we're going to have inflation. We know that cryptos are going to be that deflationary product that the New World Order has. But they have to create the problem. We know the Fed balance sheet, they're going to start pulling back. We know interest rates are going to start going up the end of 2022 or 2023. So will Bitcoin be at those prices? No, it will not. Because there will not be any liquidity to get it there unless they actually decide to make Bitcoin part of the world currency. And I don't see that. I definitely see Bitcoin Lightning definitely being used. We know the robots, algorithms, drones are going to be used in cryptocurrencies. But Bitcoin definitely has to be pegged to something. I don't care whether it's gold. I don't care whether it's these robots, this whole ecosystem that they're building. It has to be pegged to something in order to keep it at these prices. Because right now it's just solely the Fed and speculation. But it definitely can be attached to some type of ecosystem where it can keep this price. But at the system that we are at now, we know the Fed is going to be winding down that balance sheet plus raising interest rates. It's not going to be any liquidity there to keep it at these prices when we're looking at the economy that we're in right now. Now, we have JP Morgan also says that if the volatility of Bitcoin drops, it can actually boost up to 130,000. Again, we look at the Fed's balance sheet. They have to unwind it. We know how they're going to unwind it. We know that the cryptos are the actual fix. But at the same time, as interest rates rise, that liquidity is not going to get to that 95,000, 130,000. Like I say, the only reason why we're at the prices we're at now is because the Fed printed 20% of all currency in existence in 1 year in 2020. And we know why they did that, and that's to build this new economy. But they need that money in order to build it. And then lastly, guys, we have Bitcoin surge drives the actual digital yuan interest, says the People's Bank of China. And we know that digital yuan is the real world currency. But we also know that China has a plan for Bitcoin. We definitely have to let that play out. We know they control majority of the hash rate, and we know that's for a reason. We gave China all this technology. Never forget that. And we have Goldman Sachs says they expect the digital yuan to reach 1 billion users within 10 years. Now, come on, guys. They can do that next year. So we know Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Michael Saylor, none of those people are going to tell us the truth. We know what the plan is. That's the reason why I do my videos. We know when it comes to the New World Order, everything is planned out. But that's all I have for you guys. Don't forget about the books, Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Also, if you're new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, do not forget book links, crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, Cryptoteacher stock channel, do not forget about that. You have your Cobalt, chip stocks, banking, gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, you got your at-home stocks, the C-word, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home getting free money or waiting on that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you'll have a wonderful day.